Hey, this is Pamela Riemenschneider, and this is the Produce Reporter Week in Review. And I have Greg Johnson here, our Director of Media Development for Blue Book Services. Greg, a lot of mergers and acquisition talk this week. What's going on with that?
I wonder if it has to do with getting to the end of the year and some of these deals that have been worked on for a while are now becoming public. One of the biggest stories for sure was the Wawona Packing and Gowan Foods, the two huge stone fruit shippers merging this week. And, there's been a lot of upheaval the last decade in the California stone fruit industry. So this, I guess we wouldn't say it's a huge surprise. It's too early to tell how it'll affect the market, but there has been a lot of instability in California in that industry for sure. But then another one that's interesting and could have really broad effects is the acquisition of Jimmy John's by the company that runs Sonic and Arby's. And after acquiring Jimmy John's, hopefully it'll close late next month. That would make that chain, that group of chains, the fourth largest restaurant company in the country. So that's a huge deal. And, it's kind of an interesting merger because Jimmy John's has kind of made its reputation based on higher quality than some of the sandwich rivals and even higher price points. And that's not really what Arby's is known for.
No,
Sonic's kind of in that middle realm, fairly decent quality for quick service. But that's a really interesting one to follow.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. As I grew up in Missouri, you're in Kansas City. Jimmy John's is kind of local for us, but it's something that not everyone across the country is as exposed to as we have been over the years. So it'd be interesting to see that concept expand with the kind of the network that you see that Arby's has, especially, and then as well as Sonic. Sonic is something that was Southern for a long, long time, and now you're actually seeing it go farther north. So it'll be an interesting process to see how those two play well together. If they're going to play together, maybe we'll see some new menu items at Arby's that are inspired by the quality ingredients from Jimmy John's. So that was fascinating.
Right, and for those of us in the produce industry, we always pay more attention to the sandwich chains because they use so much fresh produce, and Arby's really does not. I think they have apple slices and, trying to think of maybe some salads, but really pretty weak on fresh produce. But Jimmy John's is definitely heavy on it.
Yeah, for sure. I know Arby's a couple of years ago went premium on some sandwiches, but I don't even know if they have them anymore. It's been that long since I've been to an Arby's. But Jimmy John's, man, I've been there a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've had another couple of good stories in the retail area. I really like the story we had late in the week on the new kind of food hall concept in Kroger. It's in downtown Cincinnati, and next time I'm around there, I'm definitely going to check that out. Do you have any plans to see it yourself in person?
If I can work in some kind of trip to Cincinnati anytime soon, first of all, I want to see Jungle Jim's because that's like Disneyland of food. And then next on my list is for sure going to be the new Kroger food hall because I've been to a lot of retail food halls. I got a couple on my list coming up here, and I just took somebody to the H Mart one here in Austin, and the Whole Foods, of course, has a really great one. So I want to see what Kroger does with this. And I've heard from a couple of people. Lori Taylor, our friend at the Produce Moms, was there for the opening yesterday, I believe. And it looks like a fascinating concept, and it looks like a really great place, especially for a downtown that is revitalizing and trying to get more people down there. To have a destination like that to go to is really intriguing. Some of the food options that they shared photos of looked really great. So I'd like to see that. And this is the first time Kroger's really gone all in on the food hall concept. It'll be interesting to see how it does there in Cincinnati, and then, where else they can take it. Another downtown store I just saw was in Nashville. When I was in there for the Southern Innovation Show, I stopped by a DGX, which is the sized down, millennial focused Dollar General store. And I had no idea what to expect when I went in. I found one over by Vanderbilt University, didn't have any produce, had a lot of beer, a lot of really great beer.
Nice.
being right next to a university. But I was clued in that a new one had just opened a couple of weeks before that was heavily promoting the fresh produce presence. So I hopped in the car and went back over there, and I'm so glad I did, because I've finally seen what Dollar General is doing for produce on the smaller scale. Like, I've seen a Dollar General market before, and that's more like a traditional small format grocery. But the DGX and the regular traditional Dollar Generals, I hadn't seen how they're treating produce. And if this is an example, I think that Dollar General has a really interesting concept here. I kind of did a little quick hot take video of what I thought of it immediately out there on the sidewalk. But then once I had a chance to really sit back and think about what I had seen, I was like, wait a minute. This is everything that you wish an Amazon Go store was. I don't know if you've had a chance to go to an Amazon Go. There's a couple in Chicago, there's some San Francisco. They're underwhelming, really.
Amazon Go seems much more like a Disneyland, the world of the future. It's not real. Whereas the DGX store was a real store where real people are buying produce, and it's very convenient. And judging by the video you had, it looked like it's pretty high quality on staple items.
Yeah, it looked fantastic on the inside. And here's the thing that tells me, like you said, it's like that not realness about Amazon Go. Amazon Go wants to be a convenience store. They don't carry bananas. Like, not a single banana in the place. And I understand that most of their stuff is UPC coded and things like that. For the entire ceiling of the store is basically cameras watching you as you go through the store, and that's how they track you. But I'm pretty sure a camera could track a banana. And to not have the highest volume convenience fruit item in a store tells me you don't take fresh produce seriously. So the Dollar General that I saw had, the greatest hits. It had grapes, apples, bananas, potatoes, avocados, and tomatoes, things like that. And they also had a bunch of grab and go items like some salads and some, I think they had some granola parfaits or something like that. So they had, go ahead.
They had cut fruit, it looked like.
Yeah, they did have some cut fruit. That's all Amazon Go has is cut fruit. They don't actually have any whole fruit. They just have maybe some clamshell berries. The impression I got from the Dollar General Go was that it's shoppable and that it's matching the neighborhood that it's in. There were a lot of businesses and some condos. It doesn't have everything, doesn't need to have everything, but it has everything you'd need in a pinch, really.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's for millennials, but they have to go with X. Hey, that's my letter.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, there you go. So that was a really interesting store check, and it's one of those things that I love to get around and see stores. So I'm super glad that somebody recommended that one to me. Well, that's it for the week in review. And if you are not getting the Produce Reporter in your inbox, go to producebluebook.com and sign up. You see this? I went and found some more stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, these were on Target for 90% off. So, of course, I need extra pencil pouches.
So what are they, like 50 cents?
No, this was 10 cents or something like that. I don't even know.
There's no way that was a buck originally. It had to have been more than that.
Maybe it was more than that. But you know what else I found? See, my life is citrus. This is an acrylic purse. I feel so like I actually need to carry a purse with this. Coming to you. We'll see it at PMA if I remember to bring it.
Is there a handle or something?
No, it's a clutch. It's a clutch. You just clutch it, I guess.
Actually, that's obnoxious.
Well, yeah, that's probably why I found it at Goodwill, man.
That is definitely not Visco.
Definitely not Visco. You cannot fit your Hydro Flask in there.
No.